Hey guys, Jonah here, back with another beer review. Fed up of these unboxing ones. I'm going to do some beer. And we are going back to finish off the last ones from the Beer Awards version. And this is a bit cheeky, I have to say. Very, very cheeky. So, we've got Best Dark Beer, it says, from Nostalgia. Gonna focus? There we go, focus. Now, for those of you that don't know, there's even a write-up, and it's talking about nostalgia in the third person. But Nostalgia, the brewery, is owned by Beer 52. It's their brewery, not a contract brewery. It's their brewery in Scotland basically at their place. It's their brewery. So they've given themselves an award in their own award giving ceremony. Everyone wins an award, apparently, which doesn't quite sit very well with me. Anyway, here is said beer. I have had some of these before, and they do make nice dark beers. That's absolutely fine. It's the fact that they're pretending that it's its own kind of thing, and it isn't. It's Beer 52. So there we go. It says this robust porter unfolds with deep chocolatey malts, as it's trying to focus on there, seamlessly blending bitterness, rich dark profile. This luxurious thick mouthfeel, blah 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 blah. Anyway, there it is. It's 3.8% on the ABV. Avoid those Scottish pregnant ladies. This is cool as well. It says, this is them describing themselves. I suppose it's on their can, so that side of it's kind of okay. At Nostalgia, we reimagine our classic beer styles of the past. We have a passion for traditional brewing, blah, 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 blah. So what have we got in there? Okay, we got some wheat in there too. Hops, barley, yeast, blah, blah, blah. Nostalgiabrewing.com doesn't actually, does it say there? Oh, there it is. Ah, there we go. Brewed and canned in EU. So they couldn't even brew it themselves. They couldn't be bothered. So this is probably brewed in Belgium or somewhere like that. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It's got Goldings in here. Hey, I live in Kent. Goldings hops is absolutely all right with me. Same as Fuggles. I really do like those ones. What else have we got? Crystal malt, pale ale malt, wheat malt, dextrin. It's got a bit of dextrin in, and some chocolate malt, which is going to be good. It sounds, the beer itself sounds like something I'd like, apart from the 3.8% thing, which is bizarre. Bizarre for winter, bizarre for a dark beer, in my opinion, unless it's a mild. It should be a bit stronger. Anyway, I am sure I'm going to like this beer, but I don't know. Should I mark it down because it's Beer 52's own brewery? Well, it's not even their brewery. They brewed it somewhere else. Absolutely ridiculous. And they're calling it a dark, what have they called it? A robust porter. Not robust with alcohol, because it's only 3.8. So it better have lots of mouthfeel, lots of gritty, dark stuff to make it robust. Otherwise, it's not robust. Not in my book. So there we go. Gonna look at that head, because that is well over a finger's head. Not quite two, but definitely over a finger. Nice creamy head. Lovely, lovely bubbles. We've got some small bubbles and some big bubbles. It doesn't look like, well, you're never sure about a head, really. Oh, look, there's a sort of, what is that? There's a watermark on the glass. Oh, right. let us see what we get, dear viewer. If you're new to the channel, think about subscribing, think about all that kind of stuff. If I'm entertaining you, give me a thumbs up because it helps me out. It appeases the gods of YouTube. Little bit of kind of sweetness, residual sweetness there, a little bit of plum, raisin. But there's, I don't know, there's something else in there that's a bit weird. It's a bit kind of, it's not quite lagery, but there's a little bit of kind of, yeah, a little bit of eggy type thing, which is going to be from the carbon dioxide. No, it's the what's that gas? I can't remember. Yeah, it's that eggy kind of thing that some usually lagers get. So what that says to me is this is going to be quite a malty bad boy. I hope it is. At 3.8%, not sure. Anyway, cheers and beers. Okay. Mouthfeel is very light. Not surprised. 3.8%. I wanted a bit more oomph. There is quite a lot of kind of flavour there, roastedness. But when you think about it, when your brain tries to kick in, bit of astringency as well from the malts, not from the hops. You're looking for individual tastes, like a kind of biscuit or a cake kind of thing, and it's just not there. It's yeah. This would have been good if it was stronger. If they hadn't watered it down so much, it would have had that kind of oomph. It would have had that kind of chewiness, that stuff that makes a robust porter robust. This is not a robust porter. Pardon me. I would struggle to call this a porter at all. The only thing is, obviously, it's quite dark. But even that, it's not fully dark. You can kind of see not fully black. Oh. Now, I was thinking earlier on about the gas when I was saying carbon dioxide. Of course, it's not. It's sulfur dioxide, which is that kind of eggy thing. In my head, I was thinking methane. I'm like, don't say methane. That's the wrong gas. No, sulfur dioxide is that kind of eggy stuff. But it's not full on. It's just the hint of. But there is a little bit of kind of sulfurous action going on in the beer itself. Maybe my brain is thinking that because of the gas. It could be astringency coming from the malts, the bitterness from the malts. This is all about the malts. I was going to say, am I getting the Goldings kind of thing going on? No, I'm not. I'm assuming they've used the Goldings to try and make people think that it's a British beer, but it says brewed in the EU. And unfortunately, at the moment, or fortunately, perhaps, depending on your point of view, try not to play politics here, dear viewer, we are not in the EU at the moment. That might change, but at the moment, we are not in the EU. I got accused of doing something very political in the most ridiculous way in the pub, and I was actually a bit taken back. I was like, "What? What?" I was having a laugh, having a joke, and then perhaps I took the joke a bit too far. But someone literally, you're this, you're the enemy. I was like, holy fuck, where did that come from? Chill out, my dude. And ironically, I was thinking about this afterwards. While I was making a joke originally on his side of the spectrum, he was, oh, that's so funny. And as soon as I addressed the balance and started making a joke on the other side of the spectrum, Jesus Christ, I was attacked, not literally, but with anger. It was very unusual. But alas, that's what you get when you discuss things in the pub. It's very, very easy to descend, um, especially when things are so polarizing. Are you X or are you Y? Are you Y or are you X? Like, dude, does it matter? It does not matter at all. We are the dirt on people's shoes at the moment. Everyone else higher up is trying to play the puppet master and control us while they're controlling us and making ourselves fight amongst each other. Dear viewer, we are not fighting those above us, which is what we should be doing, or at least keeping them in check. And by fighting, I don't mean punch, punch, punch. As you well know, if you've watched this channel for a while, I am a lover, not a fighter. So don't expect me to get my fists dirty. Cheers and beers. And look at the lacing. I am actually pleasantly surprised with the lacing on the glass. Not too shabby at all. The beer overall is a kind of mediocre beer because of what they've called it. Like a lot of other things, maybe this is a session robust porter. Maybe that's what they should have called it, or a dark session IPA, a multi IPA. What wouldn't be long before people start saying that. This is not what it is described as on the tin, unfortunately, and it's definitely going to lose some marks from me because of that. As a beer itself, without a name, it should smell so sweet. No, that's a rose. It's not too bad. It's a lawnmower dark beer. It's a very weak dark beer. The flavors are kind of there. Not my style at all. I like darker ones. I like more grrr, especially with my dark beers, if you know what I mean. But anyway, hopefully the beers that I recently got, you should probably saw the unboxing video yesterday. If you didn't, have a look back in the back catalogue. That's not a euphemism. Look at yesterday's video. That's what I was trying to say. Don't panic, because everything I do is about beer and is about entertainment for you guys. It's not the worst beer I've had, but it's not the best at all. And while I've still got 20-ish bottles of winter ale from St. Peter's, woo, in the can, it's in the bottle. My God, happy days. This has been your loving Uncle Jonah, drinking beers and all that kind of jazz just for your entertainment. And don't panic, because I'm going to be back coming up with a beer review, and that's going to happen real soon.